Hey, how's it going, guys? Mush back at it with another video. You already know, another day, another free game. It seems like this has been a pretty regular occurrence the past week or so. Steam just gave out 5 free games, and now Uplay is giving out a great game for free. Now, it is available directly on Uplay. It's not a Steam key, but Child of Light is available for free, and it's a game that I highly recommend you snag and you play it because it's a fantastic game. We'll go over that, and we'll go over some other great game deals that are available right now. And yes, I'm gonna give that Witcher franchise sale a mention that's available on Steam right now, but for a reason you guys might not be expecting. We'll get to that in just a little bit. But Child of Light, yes, it is available as a freebie over on the Uplay store. That is, of course, Ubisoft's own platform where they put their games out. And I don't believe they actually put their games on Steam anymore. Their legacy games are on Steam, but like The Division 2 was an Epic Game Store and EGS exclusive. Whatever the case may be, Child of Light is available as a freebie, and it's a fantastic game that released all the way back in 2014, and I imagine it's a game a lot of you guys missed out on. It's this very artistic, side-scrolling RPG. It's a turn-based RPG, and mechanically, it's not really reinventing the wheel in any sense. It's turn-based RPG, I should say, so it's mechanically very similar to games you guys have probably played in the past. However, I feel like Child of Light really excels from a presentation standpoint. It's got a phenomenal art style, and then you throw in a very emotional and moving story in there as well. It's not anything, out of the world, mind-blowing or anything like that, but I just found it to be a very moving story, and it's a coming-of-age story starring Aurora, a young girl from 1895 Austria. She awakens on the lost fairy tale continent. To return home, she must fight against the dark creatures of the Queen of the Night who have stolen the sun, the moon, and the stars. At stake is not only the world, but Aurora's true destiny. Game is really good. It's actually on sale on Steam right now, 66% off for $5.09, but you can get it as a freebie over on the Uplay store, and I believe this will be available until March 28th. So yes, March 28th until 9 a.m. your local time. So again, a fantastic game that went pretty under the radar, came out all the way back in 2014, and a lot of people give Ubisoft some flack sometimes because they do, go back to the same franchises over and over again, whether it be a Tom Clancy, whether it be an Assassin's Creed, but Child of Light was a game that was a brilliant new IP, and unfortunately, I don't think we're ever going to get a follow-up to this game. I don't really know why. It was received really well from a critical standpoint, and then I feel like it did pretty well from a sales standpoint as well, but I don't have sales numbers on the game. That's just my opinion, just based on hearing people talk about the game back in 2014, but at this point, obviously it's a little bit forgotten about. I also harken back to another Ubisoft game, Valiant Hearts: The Great War. Hopefully they'll offer that as a freebie sooner rather than later, but again, Child of Light available until the 28th. Alright, moving on from that, I do want to highlight a couple of great deals, and that's all we're going to do in the video. Steam's got some really good deals running right now. I can't even get to all of them. They're not running a major sale like I want them to, but hopefully sooner rather than later they get to that as well. But first up, I do want to mention Divinity Original Sin 2, the Definitive Edition, is 50% off for $22.49. This might be one of the best, maybe the best deal I've seen on Divinity Original Sins 2. Now, this is a game that people will herald as the best RPG of all time, and I understand why. If you actually look at the Steam reception, it's staggeringly high, 95% positive, and that's based on nearly 69,000 user reviews. It's got a 93 on Metacritic from a critical reception and a fan reception. This game is just a brilliant game to many, many people. I don't quite agree in thinking that it's an absolutely revolutionary RPG or it's the best RPG of all time, but objectively, I can assess that the game is very, very good. I just wasn't of the boat that it's like the greatest game of all time, and some people will go that far. Some people will say it's the best game they've ever played, and more power to them. If you're looking for a quality RPG, and especially one that you can play with a couple of friends, Divinity Original Sin 2 is a great buy right now, especially at $22.49. Look, I might not be as high on the game as a lot of other people, but I will concede it is a fantastic game. I don't know why, it just didn't resonate with me as strongly, and I can't pinpoint what that reason was. Sometimes it just happens to be with timing of when you play the game. There's a lot of variables that go into it. I'm not here to really assess the game from a quality standpoint because it is abundantly apparent that the quality is at an extremely high level, and for $22.49, I think it's a great buy right now, especially if you can convince a couple of friends to pick it up because, again, cooperatively, you're going to get a really good experience that way. I should also note that the Divinity Original Sin 2 Eternal Edition is 45% off for $49.49, and then the Divine Edition is $32.99. You get some additional content like digital art books, map, soundtrack, and art pack with the Divine Edition. The Eternal Edition gives you a bunch of additional stuff, including a lot of other games. You get Beyond Divinity, Divine Divinity, and so forth. So check that out right now. It's a great buy. All right, the Witcher franchise sale is also going on right now. Okay, if you haven't picked up Witcher 2 or 3 at this point, even Witcher 1, you should probably have those in your Steam library. However, I do want to note that Thronebreaker The Witcher Tales is seeing a significant discount. It is 50% off for $9.99. So if you want more depth into your Witcher lore and storyline, Thronebreaker is a really good buy. Obviously, it's not your traditional Witcher game. It's a mix between an adventure game, a card game, but still very rich in its narrative, which is what you are expecting out of a Witcher game. So that element is very strong. And of course, the other Witcher games are on sale as well, but you guys don't want to be bored with me talking about Witcher 3 for the 8 millionth time, so we'll just move right along from that. Lastly, I do want to cover two pretty good deals over on Green Man Gaming. Final Fantasy 15 Windows Edition is 50% off for $17.50, which I think is a pretty good deal. Now, Final Fantasy 15 is probably the most controversial Final Fantasy game in the series. That might be a little bit of a stretch. Final Fantasy 12 was pretty controversial as well, but in retrospect, a lot of people look back at Final Fantasy 12 as a great game. Maybe that's because of the remaster, whatever. Final Fantasy 15 is more recent, and it's a game that has a lot of people talking. It had us people especially talking back in 2016 when it came out on consoles. I played it right when it came out on consoles, and I was very, very disappointed by the story. And if you're playing a Final Fantasy game, you're probably going into it with the mindset of, oh, this is going to have a really good narrative. And Final Fantasy 15 does to an extent, but you got to watch like anime content. You got to watch a movie. A lot of you guys aren't going to go to that extent and do that. However, the Windows Edition is essentially the definitive edition that they put out on consoles. It was called the Royal Edition. So you get a lot of other content. You get some DLC content, and then you also get the Royal Edition expansion, which does extend the game quite a bit. It doesn't have all the DLC, unfortunately. There's Final Fantasy 15 Episode Arden, which you do have to buy separately, and that's $4.99 on Steam right now. However, the base game, or I should say the Windows Edition, because again, it does come with a substantial amount of additional content on top of the console version, for $17.50, it's really good. This is also a game that will put your PC, it'll test your PC to its absolute limits. It is a visually stunning game, however. If you can push it at, 1440p or 4K, it is visually fantastic. I did have some issues with it a while ago when it came out on PC, however, I played it more recently. I played the entire thing through on PC, and yeah, just from a visual standpoint, it was absolutely stunning. So check that out as well. $17.50 for that is really good. And lastly, I do want to note, the Resident Evil 3 demo just came out, so a lot of you guys are probably eyeing to pick that up, especially because it's out in just a little bit. It's out on April 3rd. You can get it over on Green Man Gaming, 22% off for $46.79, so that is a significant discount on top of its regular price, so I wanted to give that a mention as well. The demo was quite good, and, Resident Evil 2 is fantastic. Capcom is killing it in all regards, so if you want Resident Evil 3 a little bit cheaper, you can do that as well. And by the way, just one last thing to note, Resident Evil 2 is on sale on Steam. I believe it's like $25 or something like that for the deluxe edition, so that's something to check out as well if you don't want to drop the full, $46 on Resident Evil 3. And RE2 is on sale. It's available for $20, so there is a mention on that. Deluxe edition is $25. That's going to conclude this video, guys. Make sure you go ahead and give Child of Light a look. I'm telling you guys, you're not going to be disappointed with that. It's a great game and a plethora of great PC game deals available as well, with Divinity Original Sin 2, The Witcher franchise sale, Final Fantasy 15 Windows Edition, and Resident Evil 3. That's going to wrap up this video, guys. As always, if you have a request for a future video, you can put that in the comments section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.